Right, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So the moment has arrived where we see our chief guests and the honorable team members of the FOT, that is Friends of the Tree. They are with us right now. They are taking their seats. So with me, my name is Priyana, and I welcome you all on the 62nd Vegetable Fruits and Flowers 2025 exhibition. And with me, I have a beautiful lady who will be co-hosting with me. So may I please hand it over to her.
Thank you so much, Priyana. Thank you so much, Priyana. A warm welcome and a very good evening to all my special guests here, our delegates, our contestants, our chief guests, our managing council. A very warm welcome, and we will just give them a few minutes to be seated, and then we begin with our program.
In the meantime, they are getting settled. I was just thinking of sharing few lines for the Friends of the Tree. जो छाँव दे, जो फल दे, जो जीवन बचाए, ऐसे पेड़ों को कौन भुलाए? Friends of the Tree का जो संग निभाए, हर मौसम में खुशहाली ही पाए. So once again, thank you so much, the National Society of Friends of the Tree, for contributing for the last 62 years, their unwavering contribution and their dedication to make this happen since so long. And they have been inspiring the generation to embrace greenery, gardening, and finally conserving the plantation on earth. When we say we are conserving the plantation and the trees, we are actually conserving the humanity, isn't it?
Yes. Big round of applause for Priyana. That was lovely, Priyana. Thank you so much. So now that you all are settled, a warm welcome. And friends, before we start, we would like you all to stand up and respect our national anthem. And if we can all sing along, that will be a great honor to us and to our country. The national anthem, please. Jana Gana Mangala. Okay. Adyak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you so much. Please be seated. Thank you so much. We would now like to start. There is a student from the Ruparel College who is going to sing us a kind of a bhakti song to give a good start and auspicious start to our program. Please go ahead.
वृक्षवल्ली आभासोयरे वनचरे वृक्षवल्ली आभासोयरे वनचरे वृक्षवल्ली आभासोयरे वनचरे वृक्षवल्ली आभासोयरे वनचरे पक्षिः सुस्वरे आळवीति वृक्षवल्ली सोयरी वनचरे वृक्षवल्ली आभासोयरी वनचरे. येणे सुखे रुचे
Well, that
Thank
was,
you, Sakshi. Come on.
yeah, that was, yeah, I was just about to ask her name.
Sakshi.
All right. Thank you so much, Sakshi.
Sakshi, sur khol diya apne mehfil mein. Thank you so much, and you sung it from your heart. So we are all gratitude from our heart to you. Thank you so much. A big round of applause for her, please.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, in today's fast-paced world where the urbanization is rapidly taking over, the need to protect and conserve our green cover is more crucial than ever. The National Society of Friends of the Trees has been actively contributing to this cause by spreading awareness about plantation, gardening, tree conservation, and the overall well-being of our environment. So this exhibition, which is Vegetable Fruits Flower 2025, is just not about admiring the beauty of the nature, but it is about learning how we all can make a difference, whether by growing our vegetables, simply nurturing or planting a tree, but all this together will benefit not only the future of ours, but the generation ahead. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this moment ahead, and may I please request the President of the National Society of the Friends of the Tree, Dr. Arun Sawant, to formally welcome us all.
Thank you, Meeta and Priyana. The nice words. You described the exhibition so well. I must appreciate the students of Rupert College for such a melodious, it's a prayer, song, whatever it is, in the respect of the nature, So well blended and so well sung, more important. Friends, as said, this is 62nd annual Vegetable Fruits and Flowers Show. That doesn't mean there's nothing in between the two shows. Lots of activities Friends of Trees do. And to appreciate all our activities, all of you who work very hard to show this beauty, grow and nurture in the interest of environment, but now in the interest of the planet. Under the climate change condition, the trees are the must for us to survive. So we have a very distinguished guest today, none other than former Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Mungekar, who was a policy maker as a member of Planning Commission of Government of India and President's nominee, being economist also, to the Rajya Sabha. And now you will see that how actively, how much busy he is. But I was telling him that as an economist, look at economy of farmers and gardeners and the malis, This is also a new world. And you do the price commission, you are in the price commission committee, agriculture price commission, he was. So please consider this angle also in the future, that how gardens, trees and orchards also should be considered in those. We have another distinguished guest, and he's Rotarian, Ashok Chandavarkar, a good friend of ours. Last so many years, the industry, making pharmas, very important, all of you know, FDCs, PDLs. But beyond that, he's something different. Every year, he will take Ashok Kothari, Dr. Ashok Kothari, past president, and go to the villages, schools, interiors, and do the plantation every year, and medical camps, so many other things. In Palagar and Thane district, he has constructed nearly 20-25 schools and colleges. We are happy that Mrs. Chandavakar also is accompanying. And then the band of people over here, without whom the trustee of the institution, Dij Ruparel College, Madam Dr. Anita Heman, two vice principals, Dr. Vaishali, yes, and Professor Wagmode, a chemistry man like me, okay? And we're all with the flowers. Then we have here the most important person for us, His duty is to gather all these exhibits, all over the state, Mumbai. Dr. Chandrakant Salunke. He is with the prestigious international organization of this country, BRC, Bhabha Atomic Center. Those are lucky who have seen the gardens of BRC. Everybody can't walk into BRC because topmost national security center. We have Dr. Ashok Kothari, Rotarian, great nature lover. Number of years he was taking the nature lovers, members or non-members of effort, to the forest to show the trees, make them familiar. And that's how nature is make growing. People are inspired. Then they understand what Friends of Trees is doing. And all that administrative work is done by none other than Sakina Gadiwala. Sakina, just... So this is how, and the team of the Managing Council, hundreds and thousands of members of the Friends of Trees. All these years, I will not take time to explain what are the other activities. This activity is big enough to appreciate us. And the participants, nurserymen and the students, volunteers, and Rupert College. Today, Principal Muske is slightly unwell. I don't say unwell, but still he was here. We'll see him tomorrow. And we're all, it's our unfortunate Friends of Trees that our President Emeritus, our mentor, legendary Dr. Firoza Godrej, after Kumbh, she had to immediately go to Delhi for a business meeting. And she said, sorry, she can't be here. It's very unusual. She's always there, sir. So she said, tell to the chief guest her apology that she couldn't be here. And you see that so many exhibits. Beyond each exhibit, with these exhibits, there's a lot of efforts. Tender hands and rough hands, equipments and fertilizers, and all the care with the knowledge they have to require. And you will appreciate what knowledge means. Many of you take plants home and they perish. They don't flower. Why? So Friends of Trees also will have on Monday education seminar at St. Xavier College. Environment through education. Every small thing, the soil, the moisture, the pest on that, fertilizers, its concentration, just like a dose we have, everything has to be in limit for the plants to flourish and flower and fruit. So friends, I'm sure you all will appreciate the efforts of Friends of Trees and Friends of Trees in your service. Service of a nation, climate control, trees play a very important role. This is not a time to give a lecture, but now the tendency is, the shift is on the trees which are the biomass, large biomass to give a biomethanation in the gas, to substitute other coal mines and other methanes, which are highly pollutants. We want these trees to fight the pollution as a phytoremediator. They decompose the compounds in the atmosphere and they absorb from the soil. So now they are being looked as reactors, cleansing reactors for the environment. No matter that the coverage is falling and we have to increase the coverage. So this is what Friends of Trees is doing in national service, and we just pounce upon somebody doing damage to the trees. You must have seen Caldwell Road trees is the best example. Friends of Trees saved those trees in the middle of the road by great agitation. The court had to intervene and given a stay, and those trees cannot be cut now. Again, the wishes of politicians. So that's how we also fight to protect the trees, plantation of trees. So thank you very much being here, and I will congratulate those trophy winners today in the garden competition only. Tomorrow with the other competition prizes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sawant. That we need a bigger round of applause. Come on. Yes, now I know you all are awake. Okay, now we request our trustee Anita Himnath to come and speak a few words, please. Thank you.
Namaskar. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Modern Education Society, DG Referral College, being representative of management, I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais. I think great round of applause for all the dignitaries present here. This show, flower show, in real sense, very special for me because my guru is here on the dais, Dr. Bhalchandra Mungekar, who is my guru. And I think this is my honor today that I'm sitting along with him on this dais. So thanks to FOT for giving me this opportunity. It's my pleasure and honor to be here with you all for this National Society of Friends of Tea, the event which is organized in DG Ruparel campus. I feel it's not just a celebration of nature's beauty, but it's a strong reminder to all of us that what is our commitment towards nature, commitment towards environment. I was thinking, I would like to mention when morning I entered in the campus and saw the beautiful scenario, that time I was thinking, what's the time chosen for this particular event? That is in the month of February. February, the month of pleasant weather, gentle breeze, and blooming flowers everywhere. Just last week, we celebrated Vasanta Panchami, which marks the arrival of spring. This season breathes new life into nature. Trees sprout with fresh leaves. Everywhere we can see blooming flowers, and we feel very fresh and rejuvenating during this atmosphere. So I think this is a very special time of this organizing this event. Being MES trustee and belongs to the DG Ruparel College, I feel very delighted that organizers of FOT chosen Ruparel College as a venue for this show. Every Ruparelian is proud of its campus. This is one of the reasons what I too feel Bhagyavanta Ami Ruparel, let's say. Because this campus, one of the reasons, we are blessed with this campus. And today, because of the organizers of FOT, all the volunteers, each and everyone which is directly, indirectly contributing to this show, has transformed our beautiful campus into a paradise filled with vibrant colors, delicate fragrance, and blooming flowers everywhere. So I am thanks to this organization in real sense for making Ruparel College very, very special. Here, this is the time we should realize that environment sustainability, how it's important. We should grow more plants, make the availability of green spaces, and should carry forward the legacy of this beauty of nature to the next generation, which is our prime responsibility. I think this is priceless if we'll keep for this our future generation. That is the beauty of nature. So everyone, let's we see that we grow with nature and will bloom like flowers. So निसर्गा सोबत वाढूया आणि फुलांसारखं बहरूया. Thank you everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Anita. Such lovely words. You spoke from your heart, and every word was deep in love and sincerity. I now call upon Priyana to do her next job. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Lovely words, as she said. And we are extremely thankful to ma'am that she has given us this premises to spread this beautiful range of flowers and vegetables. So right now the time has come for some highlights. Everybody likes highlights, isn't it? So right now the highlights will be delivered to all of you about the extensive spread that the National Society of Friends of the Tree has brought in this VFF 2025. And to do the honor, may I please call upon stage Dr. Chandrakant Salunke. Pardon me, Dr. Chandrakant Salunke. Let's have a very big round of applause for him. And please pardon me for the mistake.
Today's guest, Dr. Professor Bhalchandra Mungekar. Our today's special guest, Rotarian Ashok Chandavarkar sir, Mrs. Chandavarkar ma'am, our President, Dr. Ashok A.D. Sawant, ex-President Ashok Kotari sir, dignitaries of the dais. Friends, we all have gathered here for the prize distribution of the garden competition held last week. As such, this organization is conducting flower show on two fronts actually. There are two competitions. One competition, it is called as a garden competition, other competition, showground. Garden competition generally it is not seen. It is seen by only few lucky people, those who go and have a round and see the gardens. See, our society, schedule, if you see, it is a very vast, it is a very extensive work. There are 53 categories of gardens, from small individual garden to the public garden, and from ground water garden to the terrace garden, like that. So these 53 categories, this year, around 46 participants have participated in more than 220 categories, or 20 categories. So, means if you compare last year, this year almost 6 to 8 new participants, and that to individual participants, those who are individual societies or individual people, they have taken part. So this is how propagation of means plant or love towards the plant, it is getting propagated. Other part or second part of this show is a flower show, ground show, and that you all might have seen. If you see around the building from entrance to the stalls and that open ground, cut flower section, this show, it is seen by everybody. Everybody is lucky to see each flower, each section, but not a garden. So here, maximum garden, means people, those who have taken part in the garden competition, they only have come. And today we will distribute around 53 trophies. This is the biggest trophies than the flower show. Okay. So actually, I request all you to have a round of this show, because those who have got prizes in this competition, they will have a prize distribution tomorrow. In today's show, you will see so many selfie points, so many special displays are displayed by so many companies from either they have come all the way from the Pune. Some participants have come from the Akola, Kolhapur, and Mumbai nearby areas. So before, means after completion of, those who have seen the show, it is okay. Those who have not seen, please go and see each and every corner, because lot of pain and efforts are taken by the participant. They have displayed the things. So finally, I only can say that I will congratulate those who have won the prizes, and I will give best luck to those who have not. They will get it done next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Salunke sir. That was amazing. So now we have our felicitation of our guests. I would like Dr. Sawant to felicitate our guest, Dr. Mungekar, our President, Dr. Arun Sawant, to felicitate Dr. Mungekar, please. Big round of applause. Come on. Thank you. Let us go on. And Rotarian Ashok Chandavarkar by Dr. Ashok Kotari. Let the claps go on. Our trustee Anita Hemant by Sakina Gadiwala. Thank you so much. And okay, and we now have, okay. The claps must go on. Okay, thank you so much. Plants to the vice principals too, by the students. Thank you. Dr. Vaishali Javlekar and Dr. Krishnakant Wagmare. Thank you. Rude round of applause, please. Thank you so much. Okay, Dr. Muske is unwell today, so the prize will be given to, the felicitation will be done tomorrow for him. And we now have introduction of our chief guest, Dr. Mungekar by Tushar Desai. Can I have Tushar Desai on stage, please? Thank you. Huge round of applause.
Thank you, Mita. Good evening. Sir, आतापर्यंत मी जेवढे पण इंट्रोडक्शन केले आहेत तर सर्वात मोठा बायोडाटा माझ्याकडे दिला गेलेला आहे. जवळजवळ 4 पानी बायोडाटा आहे. डॉक्टर मुंडगेकर सरांचा बायोडाटा म्हणजे लाईक वाचताना जर का आलं तर आपला अख्खा दिवस प्रोग्राम जाईल. मी त्यातल्या सगळ्यात महत्त्वाच्या गोष्टी सांगणार, कारण एवढी मोठी टॉवरिंग पर्सनॅलिटी, एक जोरदार टाळ्या आपण सरांसाठी देऊ शकतो. नक्कीच. इकॉनॉमिक्स म्हणून त्यांनी त्यांचा अभ्यास केला. त्यांनी डॉक्टरेट घेतली मुंबई विद्यापीठातनं आणि ज्या विद्यापीठात शिकले त्या विद्यापीठाचे ते कुलगुरू झाले. आणि त्यानंतर त्यांनी डिलीट पण घेतली विश्वेश्वरय्या राष्ट्रीय तंत्रज्ञान संस्थे नागपूर इथून. त्यांच्या राजकीय प्रवासामध्ये ते आपल्या राज्यसभेचे खासदार झाले होते आणि सर्वात महत्त्वाचं म्हणजे आपल्या नीती आयोगाचे ते एक सदस्य झाले होते आणि त्यामध्ये प्रचंड मोठं कार्य केलं होतं. सरांचा बायोडाटा प्रचंड मोठा, तुम्हाला मी ज्यांना वाचायचं असेल तर लाईक तुम्ही नक्की देऊ शकतो. सर, आपलं स्वागत आहे इथे. मी तुम्हाला रिक्वेस्ट करतो की आपण आपले मनोगत इथे व्यक्त करावं. धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much. So that was the Vice President of FOT.
My esteemed friend and former colleague in the University of Mumbai, President of the Society of Friends of Trees, Dr. Arun Sawant, the chief guest, Shri Chandavarkar, the trustee of the Education Society, Shrimati Anita Hemant, Principal Dilip Muske, Dr. Ashok Kothari, former president of the society, respected vice principals, and distinguished friends and colleagues. I thank Dr. Sawant for his kind invitation for today's function. There are several requests for attending functions in different parts of the state as well as in the country as a whole. And Dr. P.C. Alexander, who was governor during my tenure as Vice Chancellor, had told me that be ruthless in rejecting the invitations. Because you accept more and more invitations at that point of time, it will be very difficult to function effectively as the Vice Chancellor of the university. And I want that you should work for the university, in the university. But now since I retired from Rajya Sabha in 2016, and there is some spare time, and such a noble function that this society has organized, I was tempted to accept the invitation. And indeed, I consider that this is my proud privilege to be amidst you today. And thank you very much for big audience. The entire hall is full. The Society for the Friends of the Trees was registered in 1957. And Mr. B.G. Gade was the founder president of the society. Then former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Vasantrao Naik, followed by J.J. Baba, and then my good friend S.P. Godrej. You might have seen S.P. Godrej, such a millionaire, such an esteemed personality, but genuinely a natural person, a friend of the trees, the friend of environment, the friend of ecology. And I never found such simple personality as S.P. Godrej. Just like students going to the college carrying a shoulder bag, he was always carrying a shoulder bag. Once I referred to him publicly, Mr. Shoulder Bag, he immediately laughed. He was a genuine person, and I pay my tribute to Shri S.P. Godrej. Dr. Firoza Godrej, I know personally, because Godrej family and I have got personal relationship. And now, Dr. Ashok Kothari, who is present here, and now my distinguished friend, Dr. Arun Sawant, I say it's honor for me that my friend is the present president of the Society of Friends of the Trees. Dr. Sawant spent his entire professional career in Institute of Science. Countless number of students he produced as PhD. And he is multidimensional personality. Till I received the invitation, I never knew that he is president of the Society of Friends of Trees. But I congratulate him and his team for taking this initiative, for arranging this extraordinarily brilliant and emotional exhibition. I say emotional exhibition for the very simple reason. We have seen number of flowers, number of fruits, the legacy of the nature, the gift of the nature. But when I think about the nature, it is very difficult to describe what nature is. You have got only one thing, that you just surrender the nature. What nature is beyond comprehension, beyond description. Every moment, fraction of second that we are breathing and inhaling the air, that is the gift of the nature. Here we don't value anything, or the air is not yet priced, because air is abundant and available freely in the nature. But days will come that carbon dioxide will increase in the entire ecology and environment. And I think as you are getting certain thing on ration card, after a few centuries, air also will be available on the ration card. Now this brings me back to the concept of sustainable development. Most of the flowers we have not seen. We know certain kinds of flowers. we eat vegetables, we eat fruits. The kind of varieties of fruits and vegetables, etc., arranged here, it is indeed fabulous and marvelous. All the industrialists and participants, including individuals, even the ordinary men and women who sell on the footpath, the garlands, they also have presented and participated in this exhibition. I was indeed overwhelmed when Dr. Sawant showed me that some garlands prepared by the vendor sitting on the footpath, they have presented and they also have participated. Now, Gandhiji used to say that nature has given abundant things for the human beings to satisfy their wants, satisfy their needs. But nature cannot satisfy your greed. If you try to get more and more and more, nature doesn't have that kind of capacity. And at a point of time, suppose nature has got the capacity, we have no right to draw on the natural resources which will be required by the future generations. And that is the concept of United Nations organizations and UNESCO, what is called sustainable development. In today's society, consumerism, upabhogvad, has increased so much that every point of time we want so many things that we don't bother whether the things should be available for the future generation or not. Forget about future generations. You want so many things at a point of time that you don't bother about whether your neighbors are getting those things or not. Suppose for drinking water. Suppose if you are traveling by railway compartment which is heavily crowded, you try to accommodate as much place as possible. Now, Bombay there is a culture, Mumbai there is a culture that is called fourth seat. If 3 seats are available, then immediately fourth seat is offered. Not a single city in the country, fourth seat is offered. People will sit in such a way that 2 persons will occupy 4 persons' place. Now, this kind of greed, this kind that I want maximum things, I want more and more things, is again the concept of sustainable development. You know, United Nations and UNO, they are publishing annual reports. Ecology and environment. In our national planning, we are not considering ecology as well as environment. We measure success of economy only in terms of economic growth. That is 6.5%, 6.8%, 7%, 8%. Now, economic growth is necessary because without economic development, economic growth, without production of goods and commodities, you cannot solve the problem of poverty. You cannot solve the problem of unemployment. But in order to produce those goods and commodities, the natural resources which we are spending and the cost of the natural resources in terms of natural resources is so exorbitant that you know that all the developed countries in the world, they are putting the conditions on the developing countries that you must reduce your carbon emission. Today, carbon dioxide in the air, its proportion is increasing. And if it increases at the present rate, then after 20 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, it will be difficult to breathe. Now, what happened is, during the 18th century and 19th century and early 20th century, all developed countries in the world, they have remitted the carbon so much. Now they reach a certain level of development. And now they are putting condition on the developing countries like India that you must minimize the carbon emission. Now, whenever economic development will take place, carbon will have to be remitted and we have to control. But developed countries of the Europe, America, they have no business to give the guidelines to us because it is they are responsible for the emission of the carbon. You know that trees, in the night, they give the oxygen, and in the day, they take carbon dioxide. Now, so far sustainable development is concerned, without the protection of the trees, human life is not only difficult, but it is impossible. You have heard the name of Albert Einstein. Einstein said that my entire life I devote to the nature. My entire life I devote to the people. Because what happens is, suppose for example, we are sitting in this auditorium. This auditorium none of us constructed. The mic I am using, I have not prepared the mic. The chairs you are sitting, they are not prepared by you. The clothes I am wearing, I have not manufactured the clothes. The clothes have been prepared through the cotton which is grown by the farmer in Vidarbha or Andhra Pradesh or in Karnataka, whom we haven't seen. That's why when we say my life, it is nothing like your life. Your life for each and every moment is possible only with the help, only with the assistance, only with the efforts, only with the affection of the people. And that is the importance of the sustainable development. Now the question is man's basic needs, that food, clothing and shelter. These are the basic needs. Then you can say good food, you can say good shelter, and you can say good clothes. Beyond that you go, best possible food, best possible clothing, best possible best shelter. You go beyond this, best, 3 in 1, 4 in 1, 5 in 1. There is no end to it. Why poverty is existing? Today, the people those who are spending less than 200 rupees per day, they are 60% of the Indian population. India's per capita income is $2,500. $2,500. America's per capita income is $83,240 billion. $240,000. Now, in order to go to America's level, 1/4 America, not only 84 or $83,000 per annum, 1/4 of America's income, India will require more than 50 years. And still you are demanding Vikasit Bharat. Vikasit Bharat for whom? Vikasit Bharat is not for IAS officers. Vikasit Bharat is not for ministers and chief ministers. Vikasit Bharat is not for the distinguished personalities and the industrialists. Vikasit Bharat must be for the people who did not get the benefits of economic development. 80 lakh people, they are staying in slums, no water, no electricity connection, no sanitation. And that is how you are finding the society in the midst of poverty. Now once again, I thank Ruparala College because Ruparala College is innovative. It is in front of the education system as well as so far the curriculum activities are concerned for offering this place for making this exhibition possible. I congratulate and thank all the industrialists, those who participated. I congratulate all the volunteer students, those who are standing continuously and showing eagerly that these are the plants, these are the fruits. I congratulate them. I congratulate all the distinguished gathering here, sitting here, and all of you for listening to me very patiently. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. That was Dr. Mungekar. What an insight. You see, we always need a bell in our mind. You know, we need a reminder, though we are aware of what he just said, but we always tend to forget, and very nicely explained with his insight, long years of experience that he has had in his life, that how to protect, how to conserve, and where we are going wrong. It was so clearly, evidently explained to us. So Dr. Mungekar, thank you so very much for your experience, sharing it with us. Yeah, let's have a very big round of applause for him. Thank you. All right. Now, no wonder we have him as our chief guest. It's such an honor for the FOT and VFF 2025. So right now, we have another person with us as our chief guest who would like to be here. I would like to call him here, and I would like him to say a few words to us. The person I'm going to call on stage is the past president of Rotary Club, the Rotarian. Mr. Ashok Chandravarkar. Well, Ashok Chandravarkar is basically a mechanical engineering graduate, and he's an executive director of FDC Limited, which is a leading pharmaceutical company in India. He is a life member of BNHS. Well, I'm not wearing my specs. No wonder I'm not able to see well. All right. He has distributed many saplings before monsoon in Mumbai, Virar and Wada district with the help of Dr. Ashok Kothari for the last 35 years. Well, it's a long, long time. Let's have a long round of applause for him too. He is a keen propagator and admirer of tree plantation in schools, police stations, housing society to improve the ecology and the counteract pollution in urban atmosphere. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's put our hands together for the Rotarian Ashok Chandravarkar.
Thank you very much for a very kind introduction. Today's chief guest, Dr. Mungekar, then Dr. Arun Sawant, the president of FOT, and Dr. Ashok Kothari, the ex-president, and other dignitaries on the dais. And ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. I am very happy to having attended and to be a part of this exhibition or the annual event of FOT. I visited some of the stalls before this coming here, and I was really impressed the creativity and the interest the each exhibitor has taken, and try to give their message to propagate and to have plantation even indoor, and to fight this pollution in the urban atmosphere of our city, Mumbai. It's really a great feeling to attend and to see these exhibitors. I congratulate all the exhibitors and wish FOT their grand success in conducting this mission, this annual exhibition, and propagating this mission of planting more trees and cultivating vegetables and fruits. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us the insight and the lovely words. We now have our prize distribution, the trophies. So who all are excited? सबकी दिल की धड़कनें अब तेज जल रही हैं. Prize distribution का वक्त आ गया है. But before that, I just wanted to say that we can never have such a massive program and at this scale without our kind donors and sponsors. So we share our heartfelt gratitude and express a big vote of thanks to the donors, Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, Feroz Shah Godrej Foundation, Hemendra Kothari Foundation, Bonsai Pioneers Nikunj and Jyoti Parekh, Hatemi Mohalla Tanzim Committee. So let's all thank them for their kindness. Hence we are here to celebrate and give you all these trophies. And year after year, we come and do this function for you all. So thank you so much. And now we start with our trophy distribution. I call upon Mrs. Anita Heman and Vice Principal Vaishali Javekar and Tushar sir to do the trophy distribution. So can we have Tushar, are you on? Yeah, come here. Thank you so much.